Hey guys, Justin here. Now in this video, I'm basically going to be looking at just a few things to expect with the next update. Now mostly these predictions are going to be based on stuff which I've experienced with the game. So, I'm basically just using it based on my experience and knowledge of the game. So, I won't be going over stuff like the new campaign, which, really hasn't been, confirmed what the campaign is. But rather, I'm going to be looking at a few things which I think you should expect to appear in other campaigns. Now, first off, the obvious one is the new stuff. Now, at the moment, there's only been 3 things added, which are medics, tail gunners, and the bombing runs. Now, I don't see medics and the bombing runs being pretty much... I don't see them being used, because I think they're going to be like, say, smoke artillery for... I'll try and find it, yeah. Smoke artillery, where smoke artillery was in the game, but it was only in Tunisia. And really back, obviously obviously of course Tunisia was released, and then on the next update, the smoke artillery came to the other campaigns. I probably think the same thing's going to happen with medics. It's going to happen with the bombing run, I reckon, because they've done it before, they've done it again. The second thing I think, which is kind of relating to this, is actually... Oh, I just got construction hammers then. Why did I just get... I forgot I have this, but... The second thing is the introduction of the armoured train going to other campaigns. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, basically, as you know, armoured train is only on Berlin. However, the armoured train missions probably would appear in other campaigns, I would think. So, you might be seeing a few more, they might not be as good as CeeLo. CeeLo was a really good map, but, yeah. I reckon, you're probably going to see train maps in other campaigns. Maybe in another one in Berlin as well. I don't know how they'll do it in Normandy, but it'll definitely work well with both Moscow and Tunisia. I think with Berlin, with Normandy, it'll probably be more like Saint Lo in a way, Guard of Saint Lo. With I don't know, with the Normandy, well not the Normandy, the Moscow and Tunisia ones are going to be more or less, more open than the others. Which is, I think, that could be quite interesting. Now, the third thing is they're going to, of course, add in new battle pass, weapons, soldiers, and vehicles. Now, as you can see, there's, you can get quite a lot at the moment. Honestly, I don't really care much for the soldiers. I don't really care much for the vehicles. The weapons are really cool. I need to get the, I want to get the EMP, mostly, because the EMP looks really good. I'll probably only get it for Berlin, though, that's the problem. But, which ones, you'll be probably seeing a bunch of new stuff. A bunch of new soldiers. So, yeah, it's quite interesting in that regard. But, it won't be like, say, there's going to be a shitload of new, there's going to be, just a bunch of, new gold order weapons. There's going to be one. I reckon it's probably going to be one shared between, like, Normandy and Tunisia for both sides. The same with Moscow and Berlin, because that's what they usually do. You can see that with stuff like the RM. God, I forgot I did this. But you can see stuff like the PPD, the RM, the PMB, the PDM, the MKB, the VMP, even stuff in Berlin like the Kurtz, like, the Gewehr 43 Kurtz was shared, EMP obviously, and stuff like that. And in Tunisia as well. But yeah, you're going to see a bit more of that. So yeah, the fourth thing is, it kind of relates back, but it's going to be at least one new map. Now, usually when they release this, it's going to be at least one invasion map. Like, last time there was, Verbeek Station, there was St. Lo. No, actually, Verbeek Station came later. It was St. Lo, Oasis, Birch Grove and CeeLo in the last update, with with Werbig Station coming in a little bit later. Now, what's really good about this is that, well, obviously there's going to be new maps, but in my opinion, I think they actually should try and make more maps, because not just, Omir North, Omir South, something like maybe another conquest map, like a 4-point conquest map or 5-point conquest map. Something to, for most other campaigns, because conquest isn't really liked much. I mean, some maps are great, some maps are shit, but yeah, I think they or maybe even 2 invasion maps, because look at Normandy. We've got an airfield, Omir and Saint Lo since launch for Normandy. Oh, and also Versailles. That wasn't in the base game. I think it went airfield, Versailles, Omir, and Saint Lo. But yeah, and number 4, the final thing I'm going to be talking about is new levels. Now, obviously, there's always new levels when it comes to a campaign. You can see here, these 2 came in the last one. The Rifleman 3s and the ME410s. Now, I'm not going to say much about Moscow or Berlin, because there's not really much to talk about. Obviously, Berlin, it'll be probably stuff like the assault rifles, so like the STG and stuff like that, being added. For Normandy, the main things which need to be added mostly would be maybe like the big late game tanks, like the Tiger and stuff. But the Tiger is probably going to be another in like level 40, and there's going to be stuff like, obviously with the Allies as well, there's stuff like the ED8 missing. But the main thing the Allies are missing is a belt-fed machine gun. Now, obviously, a belt-fed machine gun isn't a big end-all thing, because obviously the Germans, they only get belt-feds, whereas the Allies, they've got these two which are kind of at more like assault weapons, and the Bren, which is semi-belt, which is kind of like a in between. But yeah, they also need, of course, there's also the Johnson, which many people have been asking for, because it would be the perfect counter to the FG42. I mean, the FG42 isn't too bad, he says, but I can understand why people absolutely despise it. And again, there's a few more vehicles that could get added, like, for instance, maybe something to take out, maybe something like a Jackson, for example, which is kind of similar to the M10, but the Jackson was more or less a, let's basically, put a massive gun on something that's made out of glass, compared to, let's put a decent gun on something that's made out of glass. Yeah. Unfortunately as well, there's also going to be more premium squads, you can see here, the 17th SS Panda Division is right here, and there's other the 9th SS Panzer Division is right here as well. So yeah, it's probably going to be like another premium vehicle squad, knowing our luck, because you get the Churchill and the Firefly and the Jumbo, whereas the others, the Germans have had the Hitlerjugend here, the 9th SS and the 17th SS as well. So we're probably going to see some. I don't think we'll probably end up seeing like the Das Reich or the 10th, or maybe even Wittmann's division. That would be interesting. Anyways, I'm going to end the video here. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Like, what do you guys want to see added? And I'll see you guys in the next video.